So you've never done a radiator on a car before, right?
No.
Or have you? No?
My first time, yay.
Well, back with Alpha 4C girl and no 4C yet again today. We're with her Mazda CX-5. The radiator's leaking and she's gonna install a new radiator.
Yay.
So let's get to it. First thing we gotta do is jack up the car, but no, what you wanna do is basically, see this little puck looking thing? You wanna get this.
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
So that the slot is like in there like that. Yeah, there you go. And just go ahead and jack it up all the way.
I'm like afraid that...
Takes a little muscle, huh? It's got some more.
I'm afraid I'm gonna break something.
Nah, you're not gonna break anything. On the jack stand, because we're gonna leave the jack there. We just want it to like rest like just a little bit on the jack stand. Just to kind of like have like a safety margin, right? Now we did cheat a little bit because like last time, whenever we were looking to see what the problem was, we actually took off this little under tray that goes underneath there. So you gotta take that off too as part of the steps, but we already did that. So next thing we gotta do is you gotta get up here and take this little thing off. First thing you'll wanna do is take the cap off. That will just like pop up. And then you can remove the hose from the top of the radiator there.
Oh dear, it's tight.
What you can do is you can grab it with these hose pliers. Yeah, and then give it a little twist to kind of like loosen it.
Oh, it worked. Yay.
Yeah, there you go.
I guess the tools help.
Oh yeah.
There we go.
So this thing has like little clips. And I know the clips are hard to see, but what you'll need to do is like take the screwdriver and you'll kind of push it down.
This?
Yeah, you'll push down in between like the clear plastic part and the back of the other side. Like no, on the back side of it.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah. So we got that side. Now we need to get on this side over here. There you go. See if you can lift up on it. There you go. We try to like wiggle this like around it like that. Yeah. Get that wire loom out of the way. And then you just kind of like keep wiggling until you get it out of there. Just like that. Not too bad. All right, so next thing we got to do is we got to get underneath and drain out like if there's any coolant left in it.
Okay.
Drain that out.
From the radiator? From
the radiator, yeah, and that's down at the bottom. So this is the drain petcock, like right there. So you'll turn that, and like when you turn it, the coolant will start draining out, and that's why we have this like bin right here to catch the coolant.
So drain out right here?
Yep, and you should be able to just turn it by hand, but if not, I'll grab you a wrench or a pair of pliers. Anything coming out?
Not.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, no.
Since we're down here, we should take the lower radiator hose off. This guy right here, you can see where my hand is.
There's a clip, right?
Yep, and here's a pair of pliers. Hopefully you can get the clip with those.
You pinch these two together?
Yeah, you pinch them together, and then you should be able to move the clip out of the way.
So now you just
with it moves back like that. Yeah, we'll see if we can take the hose off. A little bit more coolant may come out, like whenever you pull the hose off, so don't be right in the way.
Right underneath it.
Changing radiator is a messy business, I suppose.
Here we go.
There you go, yeah. A little twisting motion works.
Alpha 4C girl know what she's doing. Shoot. I just ate some radiator coolant. It tastes very yummy.
So the next thing we got to do is take off these parts for the air duct, and I believe it's a 10 millimeter.
Here you go. Hey, it comes off very easily. There you go.
I'm gonna use this one.
Your famous little bowl.
I think we might actually need to take off like the top part of the air cleaner too. Let's loosen this guy up.
Yeah,
there you go.
The trick is to remember which screw go to where.
Yeah. Well, that one doesn't need to come all the way out. You just loosen it. It's loose enough, I think, if it can move around like that. So you got to be able to like
push back.
Yeah, push back. Sometimes like these rubber hoses they get stuck. So like when you initially like have to break them loose.
Holy moly!
Almost got it. Yeah, it's gonna be good enough to get it out of there. So now we gotta undo this little electrical connector. Just push down on the tab and like pull it back. Is it stuck?
Yeah.
Let me see. There we go.
Really? Okay.
You just have to have strong fingers.
Really? Okay, so
So this guy, it's got a couple of clips.
There's this clip right here.
Yeah, and there's another one on the other side too. So pop those clips. Yeah,
There you go.
just like that.
Uh-oh. There. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
There's something connects to it.
Yeah, the wire here. Let me see. This should just like pull off. In fact, I have a tool specifically for that. Let me grab it. This little thing is for like getting behind these little plastic parts and then pulling them off. Like try to get it in underneath the gray part. Nice.
Yay.
All right. So now you know how to change your air filter if you ever needed to.
Oh.
Let's get it out of the way though. Yeah, I think it like has to pop up. I think it's got those little rubber things.
So it's just a matter of pulling it out. Okay. All right.
There you go.
Yay. We have liftoff.
Just kind of have to like wiggle it around.
So this goes here.
Let's go ahead and take this off just to get it out of the way, like the engine cover. It's not terribly in the way, but the instructions do say to remove it, so we'll remove it.
How do you remove it?
Just lift straight up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just lift straight up. It's on like little rubber grommet thingies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
All right, now we gotta take off the fans. The first thing we gotta do is take off the little electrical connector right there. So kind of the same thing, it's got a little clip, plastic clip that you press down like in the middle of it and then pull straight back on the plastic plug. This one's a little different, like I already got it. The tab was like right there.
Oh, I was pushing the back. Okay.
Yeah, I know. That does look like where you're supposed to push, but you're supposed to push a little bit further up on there. Okay. Yeah, so do that side too.
You do have strong fingers. My puny little fingers doesn't work. This is called for car chasers.
You want me to come grab it?
Come and save
All right.
me.
So let's take this trim tool. You gotta like pop the wires off of that. Yep, there you go. And I'm guessing there's one on the other side. Nice. All right, so this wire loom also, oh look, it's already loose on this side. That's probably when they worked on it last, but gotta get that side loose. Well, if you break it, that's what zip ties are for.
Yeah, it's like, this one is like cheap plastic.
It's all cheap plastic. It's kind of the problem with these things.
So I need to take this as well.
Yeah, go ahead and like pop that one off too, because that'll give us more wiggle room. You gotta pop this off too. Fans are just held on by like this bolt here, and then there's another bolt over there.
This one is already loose.
Yeah, I saw that. Wow.
They didn't even like screw it back in.
No, that's terrible.
Wow. Okay. And then there should be screw underneath.
Yeah, those bottom bolts are definitely going to be easier to get from down here. There you go. All right, now let's get the upper radiator hose out of the way. Pinch it together a little bit more. Like try to like close it up like all the way. Yeah, and then you can move it back. Perfect. You gotta really grip the hose. There you go. Nice. And then you ought to be able to wiggle the fans out of there. Yeah, the trick is just gonna be figuring out the best way to get it out of there. All right, so getting the fans out is a little tricky. What we had to do was we had to just keep wiggling it, and eventually like we got it so that we dropped down the side of it and then lifted up on that side and then kind of rotated it out like that. But definitely had to have 4 hands to make that happen. The radiator, it kind of clips in with like these funny little clips up here. I think these clips just like pull down and they pull out just like that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, see if you can get the one on the other side. Now you push down and pull straight back.
Yeah, this one's stuck.
Just gotta have to like jiggle it back and forth.
Oh, okay.
And then it comes out. Now the radiator is essentially loose. However, the condenser is connected to it in the front. We'll have to kind of scoot the radiator back just a little bit.
So this is
we
the
can get to
screw you're talking about?
Yeah, like you have one right here and then one on the other side for the condenser. It looks like a 10 millimeter. Probably only gonna be able to get like a wrench on it. Condenser loose from the radiator. Down here, the radiator just kind of sits like down inside these little grommets. You should be able to just lift up the radiator like straight. You're gonna have to like lean it back so it'll clear, you know, this lip. So like lean it back this way.
That?
Yeah, and then lift it straight up. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the instructions said that there was only 2 bolts up top connecting the condenser to the radiator, but there's actually 2 bolts on the bottom as well. So once you lift the radiator up out of the pins, you can then get to the ones on the bottom of the condenser too. So get down here and get those. And yeah, there you go. It just lifts right out of there.
Oh yeah. Here we are with the new one. Made of plastic. In another word, you're gonna have to like replace this again.
Yeah, probably.
In the next 2 years. I hope not. I'll be in trouble. Yay! All right, now I need to take that thing.
Yeah, so
up.
first thing we gotta do is like get the condenser lined back up, you know, so it's on there, which you might need an extra hand for that, so I'll put the camera down and do that. Up at the top, there's like, oops, that just popped out. There's like these little tabs, that's like right there by my thumb, that helps you line up the condenser on the radiator for like where the hole is. You know, you probably don't want these like super tight because like it's going into plastic and stuff, remember, so you don't want to break it. But,
okay.
yeah, something I just thought of though is that with the radiator like loose off the pins, off the bottom, we actually have a lot more room to like pull it back and get to these screws like in front of the condenser. So I'm thinking like for you guys, like next time if you do that, go ahead and pull the radiator up off of those like little rubber grommets so that you have more room to work on it. Getting the radiator lined up into its little grommets is definitely easier from underneath. It's kind of you can probably do this by yourself, but it's definitely handy to have an extra person wiggling it from the top, right? Yep. And guiding it from the bottom. Rubber things off the top of your old radiator, because that goes on the new ones. You gotta save those, because that's what these little clip things like actually like clip onto. If we lean it back a little bit,
I got it.
Yeah, that goes just like that. And then you can put the clips in like that.
There you go.
Nice. All right, now all we gotta do is
Put the hose back in.
put everything back together.
First, the fan.
Yeah, we gotta get the fan back in. That's gonna be tricky. And do we remember how we like had to tilt it to get it out?
This way.
Was it that way? I can't remember now.
Yeah.
Well, like I always say, you gotta wiggle it till you get it. So we noticed something when putting the fans back in. There's like this little tab on the radiator that this foot thingy has to like slide onto, so that the fans actually hold on to the radiator. And it's another one of those things that you can really only see if you're underneath the car to guide it on there. You're in the home stretch now.
Is new cap necessary?
That's a good idea. And you kind of push down while you turn, and yeah, nice.
There you go. Yay.
All right, you did it. High five.
That works. Yay. So excited. Now hopefully it doesn't have any more
we gotta go get
problems.
some coolant and fill it up and check for leaks, and then after that should be good to go. All right, we got the right coolant and we're filling her up now.
And this is Asian.
Right, for Asian vehicles, yeah. You know, one benefit to your driveway being sloped downward like this is that this part of the radiator is like sitting up higher than the rest of the engine. Yeah. So it makes it easier for the system to bleed itself, which is good. Nice. Well, we'll have to fill this up separately.
Oh. So how do you
we don't really fill it up. We just put a little bit in there.
How do you know
when it gets all the way to the top? When it gets as full as it can get, like squeezing on the upper radiator hose will actually make it slosh around, which I don't even feel anything in this hose yet. So it's got a ways more to go. So here's what I was talking about, like once it gets up to the top of the funnel, you want to squeeze the upper radiator hose, and as you squeeze it, like a little bit more goes down.
Yeah.
Pour just a little bit more in there. Yeah, I'm squeezing the upper radiator hose right now. And as you massage that, it kind of helps suck it into the engine. We'll also start the car and let it circulate too, and then recheck the level. I think it's probably good. So what'd you think? What'd you think of installing the radiator for the first time?
It's good. Very time consuming.
Yeah, time consuming. As you can see, like it got dark on us. So, you know.
All of the screws and, you know, the tight spaces.
Yeah, and you know, like this one actually wasn't that bad. Like some cars are even worse than this, but well, I'm glad you got to do it. I'm glad I got to show you how.
Thank you.
So, yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
See ya.